Hello, I'm Joy Holt. You're watching 18 WJTS News and top stories happening around the area. A Spencer County native has been selected as Forest Park Elementary's next principal. Students with JA stopped by our studios, and a Jasper man was placed under arrest following the discovery of LSD. In our first story, a Spencer County native has been selected as the new leader of Ferdinand Elementary School. Last night, the Southeast Du Bois School Board approved 28-year-old Tyler Lemon as the school's new principal. Lemon has spent the last 2 years as principal of Holy Trinity Catholic School in Jasper before he announced that he was stepping down from the post more than 2 weeks ago. Prior to that, he was the private school's assistant principal for 1 year. Lemon grew up in the Dale and Santa Claus area. The 2008 graduate of Heritage Hills High School attended Indiana State University in Terre Haute, where he earned an undergraduate degree in music education before receiving his master's degree in educational leadership from the American College of Education in 2015. In the meantime, Lemon was the director of choirs at Cathedral High School in Indianapolis for 2 years before moving on to Holy Trinity. Lemon says he's looking forward to the chance and says he's up for the challenge.
You know, I'm drawn to the success of Ferdinand Elementary School, but not only Ferdinand, but Southeast Du Bois School Corporation as a whole. They've seen a lot of great success over many years, and I look forward to improving upon that success, continuing the tradition, and moving forward, accepting new challenges.
Lemon replaces Stacy Kitchen, who decided to retire from the position back in February, effective at the end of the current school year. Kitchen had been principal of Ferdinand Elementary for the past 5 years. Lemon shared some of his goals as he heads into his new position.
My first step is to get in and understand the Ferdinand Elementary School community. You know, again, they're a school marked with success. So to meet with the teachers and to work together in continuing education. You know, education's ever changing, so we have to work together to develop that success. So I'm looking forward to embracing that and working with that community to move forward.
Lemon takes over as principal at Ferdinand Elementary on July 1st. Also last night, the Southeast Du Bois School Board recognized the Forest Park High School boys basketball team as well as the school's dance team for their recent success at the state level. Jeff Litherland's ball club captured sectional, regional, and semi-state titles and wrapped up a tremendously successful 25-5 campaign on March 24th when the Rangers took part in the IHSAA Class 2A state finals, falling to Oak Hill at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Senior Colin Hoaxang was awarded the Trester Mental Attitude Award for Class 2A. Coach Litherland was recently named the Southwest Indiana Boys Basketball Coach of the Year by the Evansville Courier and Press. And Coach Denise Heiler's dance team participated in the Indiana High School State Dance Team Association State Finals back on March 10th. The school finished first in the single A pom and hip hop divisions while placing third in the high kick division. Senior captain Emmy Miller earned academic All-State. Forest Park Junior High also won its second straight state championship title in the pom and hip hop categories. A day of learning, fun, and career exploration greeted students from Jasper Middle School at local businesses yesterday. The offices and studios of radio stations WBDC and WAXL, along with WJTS TV, welcomed 10 8th graders for the day Wednesday from JMS for the Junior Achievement Enterprise in Action Day. JA Enterprise in Action helps students understand the principal characteristics of the U.S. economic system and the role of business in it. The activities reinforce concepts taught in class. Students learn the steps in organizing a business and producing and marketing a product. They also study the social responsibilities of business and the role of government. The students who spent the day at WBDC, WAXL, and WJTS TV heard from the programming, news, sports, and sales departments at the station. They then received hands-on experience as they created, wrote, voiced, and produced a public service announcement about making right choices. Here's the finished product.
Come on, man, just take a sip.
But it's not right.
No one's looking. Just take it.
But it's not right.
Come on, man, you can just miss one day of school.
But it's not right.
But everyone does it.
But it's not right.
Just take
One hit.
But it is not right.
Come on, everyone's going there.
But it's not right.
But it'll make you look cool.
But it's not right.
Come on, man. Let's just sneak in.
But it's not right.
Listen, live a little.
But it is not right.
It's your choice. Make the right one.
The JA Enterprise and Action Day is organized by Junior Achievement of Southern Indiana and Jasper Middle School with participation of numerous companies and businesses in Jasper. An anonymous tip led to the late Wednesday morning arrest of a Jasper man on drug-related charges after he was found to be in possession of LSD. After receiving the tip in reference to drug activity, Jasper officers from the department as well as deputies with the Du Bois County Sheriff's Department went to a home located along the 1400 block of Jackson Street in Jasper just after 11:30 a.m. Once authorities arrived, they made contact with 33-year-old Brandon Wilkinson, who police say lived at that address. Police found Wilkinson to be in possession of LSD, totaling 42 doses. He was taken to and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center on charges of possession of a controlled substance and dealing in a controlled substance. The Jasper Police Department has released the results of a recent impaired and dangerous driving blitz during a 24-hour time frame, including St. Patrick's Day, college spring break, and the first rounds of this year's NCAA tournament. Jasper Police worked 55 hours of overtime and conducted 161 traffic stops, issued 197 written warnings, 16 citations, and made 1 arrest for operating while intoxicated. In 2017, the weekend beginning St. Patrick's Day had the highest number of crashes involving impaired drivers. Federal traffic safety funds administered by the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute supported random patrols, saturation patrols, and sobriety checkpoints for more than 230 law enforcement agencies across the state this year. Assistant Chief with the Jasper Police Department, Aaron Pearson, says the enforcement of traffic laws is focused on preventing crashes, injuries, and deaths in the community. In every state, it is illegal to drive with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or higher. In Indiana, drivers under 21 with a BAC of 0.02 are subject to fines and a license suspension for up to 1 year. Happening in the community of Jasper, the Patoka 2000, the Beautification Committee of Jasper Chamber of Commerce, is getting ready to place beautiful summer flowers in planters along Patoka River Bridge. The planters are spruced up with live flowers 3 times a year, and flags are rotated at various times as well. In order to defray the cost of this beautification, Patoka 2000 seeks donations from individuals or businesses throughout the community. Donations can be mailed to the Jasper Chamber at P.O. Box 307 Jasper. You may make a donation in any amount payable to Patoka 2000 and specify that it is in honor of someone, in memory of someone, or as a tribute to a cause. An ad will be placed in the classified section of the Herald around May 15th, listing all those that donated funds and the people they would like to have honored or remembered. In addition to the donations, Patoka 2000 is seeking volunteers who could give about 1 hour each week to help keep the planters watered throughout the summer months. If you can help with watering or would like more information on how this is done, please contact Nancy Eckerly at 812-482-6866. Patoka 2000 works to maintain the bridge area as a welcoming entryway into the city of Jasper. And in the city of Huntingburg, the city will be conducting spring cleanup days beginning next Thursday, April 12th from 1 to 7 p.m., Friday, April 13th from 1 to 7 p.m., and Saturday, April 14th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Spring cleanup days provide city residents the opportunity to safely dispose of unwanted items. Additional fees will apply for designated items. Small loose items must be placed in a trash bag to be accepted. Small items are considered those smaller than 12 to 18 inches. Items containing Freon will require a certificate from a licensed plumber stating the Freon has been removed. Wood, plywood, asphalt, shingles, and other construction debris will not be accepted. Spring cleanup days in Huntingburg are for Huntingburg residents only. A utility bill and ID are required. For a complete list of pricing, you can visit the WJTS TV website at WJTS.tv or our Facebook page at 18WJTS. A new program unveiled today will provide software engineering skills that might lead to potential jobs in the technology sector, such as web developers and designers, to female offenders. Those in the program are expected to be prepared for such jobs upon release. The plan is adopted from California's nonprofit program called The Last Mile. Holcomb has included it in his agenda to develop a skilled workforce in Indiana. The Richard M. Fairbanks Foundation awarded $230,000 to the Indiana State Medical Association Tuesday to develop the app and an accompanying podcast. An app will offer information about alternative treatment options for drug abuse such as ice, acupuncture, and massage. According to the governor's office, drug overdose deaths in Indiana have increased by 500% since 1999. Some experts believe doctors contribute to the opiate epidemic by overprescribing pain pills, which can lead to using illegal drugs such as heroin and fentanyl. And finally, civil rights icon John Lewis recalled crying in an Indianapolis park where in 1968 he heard Senator Robert Kennedy tell a crowd about the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. and make a plea for peace and unity. Lewis, now a Georgia congressman, spoke yesterday during a gathering in that park to mark the 50th anniversary of King's death and Kennedy's impromptu speech that's credited with helping Indianapolis avoid the riots that broke out in many cities. Kennedy, who was running for president, was to deliver a campaign speech that night in the park in what was a predominantly African-American neighborhood near downtown Indianapolis. Instead, he broke the news about King's shooting to many in the crowd, called for a nonviolent response, and talked about his brother John F. Kennedy's assassination. Lewis, who was a Kennedy campaign aide in 1968, told several hundred people gathered in the windy, cold park Wednesday that it was difficult for him to be back there for the first time since that night. Lewis said if it hadn't been for Martin Luther King Jr., he didn't know what would have happened to the nation, and thank God that King had lived. The event, which included Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb and U.S. Senators Joe Donnelly and Todd Young, came a day after President Donald Trump signed a bill designating the park as the Kennedy King National Commemorative Site. It commemorates the park's landmark for Peace Memorial, which features likeness of King and Kennedy reaching out toward one another. That's been a look at your local news. Stay tuned. We'll have your weather outlook and 5-day forecast right after this. You're watching 18 WJTS News.